Ashley, the wedding is finally next month. Are you really going to marry Kevin? It's not too late. Why don't you cancel the wedding?
Melissa, are you talking about that again? We've already decided to get married. I'm not thinking of canceling the ceremony now.
You know, Kevin and you are out of balance no matter how you look at it. Kevin works for a big company. He's an elite. I pity Kevin, who is parasitized by you.
What? What do you mean by parasitized?
You don't have a job, do you?
Excuse me?
Kevin told me. He said you stay at home all day long. Kevin is a well-paid man, so you're probably planning to be a housewife when you get married. But you don't have a baby yet, so you don't want to live a life without a job. Don't you feel sorry for Kevin, who is working hard?
I'm working.
Huh? You're lying. The apartment you live in is just a stone's throw from my house. I can tell if you go to work every morning or not.
I think I've explained this before. I don't work for a company. I work freelance and use my home as my workspace. I do go out when I have to meet my clients, though.
Freelance, huh? I don't know what you're doing. You're only making pocket money, right?
That's not true. Even when I was single, I earned enough money from my current job. I was able to live by myself all my life.
I'm sure you lived in poverty, eating cheap stuff every day.
Well, actually...
By the way, Ashley, if you get married, of course we'll live together, right?
What? When I decided to get married and went to your place to say hello, I thought we agreed not to live together.
I've changed my mind.
I see.
At the time, my husband was next to me, so I was reserved. I thought my husband would be angry if I pressured Kevin's wife to move in with us, so I kept quiet. But I still think that the eldest son and his wife should live with their parents. Besides, you don't have a good job. You'll save money on rent if you stay with us. It's good for you too, right?
I've been telling you that I'm working, Melissa.
If you refuse to move in with us, I'll cancel the wedding next month.
I'm not moving in with you, and you don't have the authority to cancel my wedding.
Are you trying to get on my nerves? I'm your mother-in-law. You're in a position to marry into my family. It's only natural that you listen to me.
I'm sorry, I have a meeting now, so if you'll excuse me.
What? A meeting?
Yes, I have a meeting at 3, so I'd better get ready.
Isn't 3 o'clock soon? You won't make it in time, will you? The meeting is a lie, isn't it?
The meeting is online, so I can have it from home. Well then...
Hey, Ashley! I haven't finished talking yet. Oh my! Ignoring your mother-in-law. I can't let my son marry a cocky bitch like you after all. I'm going to have to do something about this in earnest.
Hey, Kevin, can I have a word now?
Huh? Yeah, but I only have a minute.
Are you still at work?
No, I'm done working. I'm just out.
You've been out a lot lately.
I'm just going out for a drink with some friends. So, what do you want?
Well, I was wondering if you could help me out with something about your mother.
My mother? What about her?
She thinks I'm unemployed. She wants me to cancel the wedding. And she wants me to move in with her when we get married. She's just now coming to me with all these things.
I see. Well, we can't cancel our wedding, but I'd be happy to move in with her.
What? You're in favor of living together too? You said before that we should live just the two of us as newlyweds. We've already decided on a new house.
Well, it might be easier if it's just the two of us. But I'm the eldest son. I have to take care of mom and dad in the future. I think it's better if we live together.
But your parents are still young and in good health. I don't think you have to start living with them now.
It would be better for you too, wouldn't it?
What?
You don't have to pay rent if you live with them. You and mom can share the housework too.
That's true, but...
What? You hate my parents?
No, I don't hate them.
Then why don't you want to live with them?
Well, not many people like to live with their in-laws. Besides, I work from home. It's going to be hard for me to work from home. Your mother doesn't seem to understand working from home very well. And you say you can save money on rent, but we're not so hard-pressed that we need to economize on rent. Let's just live just the two of us for a while.
Then why don't you quit your job?
Huh?
If you can't live with my parents because you work at home, then all you have to do is quit your job, right?
Kevin, are you serious?
I'm serious. We can live on my earnings alone. Why don't you just become a housewife after we get married?
I'm not going to quit my job. I've worked hard to get this far.
You can do whatever you want. Just don't get in too much trouble with Mom. Don't forget that you're my wife.
What?
And please think positively about moving in with her.
I can't.
Don't be selfish. I'm meeting my friends now. See you later.
What? Wait a minute. Kevin.
Ashley, how dare you betray my son? I'll never forgive you.
What? What are you talking about?
It's no use playing dumb. I saw you cheating on him with my own eyes.
What? I'm not cheating on him. Where and when did you see me?
Yesterday, you were at the cafe in front of the station, weren't you? You were wearing a suit, which is unusual for you, and you were talking happily with a guy.
Oh, that was a business meeting. I needed to discuss some stuff with my client, so we were meeting at a cafe.
Why were you meeting at a cafe? You said you work from home.
I told you I sometimes go out when necessary to meet my clients. I often use that cafe as a meeting place. It's convenient because it's close to the station, and it's quiet enough for business meetings.
That was a date, no matter how you look at it. You were smiling happily, and you always dress so casually in a t-shirt and jeans. You rarely wear a suit.
Of course I would smile at a client who is giving me a job. Besides, we're meeting for a business meeting. I can't just wear a t-shirt and jeans.
I see. So your client is the one you're cheating on Kevin with?
No.
Then prove it right now. I'll believe you if you have proof.
Proof?
See, I knew it. You can't prove it. If you don't have any proof, then it's definitely an affair.
No way.
I guess we'll have to cancel the wedding. You're marrying my son for his money, aren't you?
I'm not after his money.
If you go through with the wedding, I'll reveal your ugly truth at the wedding. I'll tell people that you're having an affair with another man, and that you're a money-grubbing bitch who wants to get married for my son's money.
That's terrible.
Anyway, I'll tell Kevin that you've been cheating on him.
Wait a minute. The company I was meeting with was...
Yeah. I won't listen to any of your excuses. If Kevin finds out his fiancée was cheating on him, I'm sure he'll be disappointed. Well, I'm glad I found out who you really are before the wedding.
I'm not having an affair.
Who would believe a word you say? I will never forgive you for betraying my precious son. You better prepare yourself for what's coming next. Ashley, tomorrow is supposed to be Kevin and your wedding, but I've called the wedding hall to cancel it.
What? You canceled my wedding?
Yes, but don't worry. I've already notified all the invited guests. Well, there will be a cancellation fee, but that can't be helped. I'll have Kevin pay for it.
I haven't heard anything from Kevin. Did you cancel on your own?
Oh, I'll make sure to tell Kevin later. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear it. I'm sure he doesn't want to have a wedding with a woman who cheats on her fiancé.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
I'm so glad. Now I don't have to get married.
Huh? What do you mean?
To be honest, I was wondering if I should have the wedding.
What?
Kevin said before that we didn't have to live together with his parents. But now, he's saying that we should live together after all. He even asked me to quit my job if we get married. Well, there are many other things, so I'm starting to think that maybe I shouldn't marry him.
Really?
That's why I'm glad you canceled the wedding.
Well, that kind of pisses me off. I thought you'd be sad that I canceled it. I didn't expect you to be happy. Well, now that I'm rid of my cocky daughter-in-law, I'm going to have a family celebration with Kevin and my husband tonight. Hey, Ashley.
Melissa, what's going on so early in the morning?
Hey, what the hell is this? Last night, my husband suddenly said he's divorcing me.
Oh my, weren't you celebrating last night?
How could we celebrate? My husband couldn't forgive me for canceling the wedding without his permission. He was furious, packed his bags and left.
Well, you decided all by yourself without consulting anyone.
But it's your fault that you were unfaithful. Why was my husband so angry? I don't get it at all.
Did you tell your husband that I was cheating on Kevin?
Of course I did. I told him that you were having a date at a cafe in front of the station, but pretended that it was a business meeting. I told him the whole truth.
No wonder your husband got angry.
What?
The person I was meeting with, he's an employee of your husband's company.
What?
Your husband knew that the person in charge and I were meeting outside the office.
Oh no. The guy you were meeting with was from my husband's company? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I tried to tell you, but you assumed I was having an affair, and you wouldn't listen to me.
But I'm sure you were trying to marry my son for his money, right? You wanted to be a parasite on Kevin, who worked for a big company. You thought you'd enjoy being a housewife after marriage, didn't you?
That's your fantasy, Melissa.
What part of that is a fantasy?
My annual income is $1 million.
$1 million?
I make many times more than Kevin does. It's impossible for me to marry him for his money, isn't it?
That's a lie.
If you don't believe me, check with Kevin.
So Kevin knows that you're making $1 million?
Yes, he knows.
He didn't tell me. Rather, he made it sound like your job is not a big deal.
How can you say that a job making $1 million is not a big deal? Well, I guess he didn't want to admit the fact that I make more money than he does. And by the way, Kevin was the one who cheated on me.
Huh? Kevin cheated on you?
I've suspected it for a while. He seemed to go out a lot at night. We're getting married soon, but his attitude towards me was cold. That's why I hired a professional investigator to look into it. The results were completely black. He was having an affair with a junior colleague.
No way.
I found out right before the wedding, so I was really troubled. If we suddenly canceled the wedding, it would cause trouble for the guests. But then, you took the liberty of calling the wedding hall to cancel the wedding. To be honest, I was relieved. I didn't have to marry a vain, cheating husband.
What's that?
And so, I'm going to be single, and so are you. Let's wish good luck to both of us.
Wait a minute. There's no way I can get through this. Unlike you, I don't earn a penny. I won't be able to survive if my husband abandons me.
Then why don't you work hard and earn money?
It's impossible for me to work at my age.
Melissa, you're still in your 60s. I think you're still young.
Please, Ashley, can you explain the situation to my husband for me? That it was a misunderstanding when I suspected your affair. I need you to convince my husband to stop thinking about divorce.
I don't want to. You'll have to handle this on your own. Well then...
Wait, Ashley! Ashley, marry me after all.
Huh? What happened all of a sudden? The wedding was canceled. I thought there would be no marriage with me.
I apologize for everything that's happened.
What?
I'm sorry for making you live with my parents. I also apologize for trying to get you to quit your job. And for cheating on you.
Oh, so your mother told you, huh?
You never said anything about it. I thought you never found out. But Mom told me you hired an investigator.
Yes, I did. I found out about your affair right before the wedding, so I didn't tell you. I thought maybe if you married me, you'd stop having an affair. I had a faint hope. But thanks to your mother, the wedding was canceled. And I'm glad we were able to break up.
I'm breaking up with the other woman. So I want you to start over with me.
What's the point now? I don't want to start over.
Don't say that.
You didn't want to marry me either, did you? When your mother canceled the wedding, you didn't say anything.
Because I heard from my mother that you cheated on me. I thought it was inevitable that we would break off the engagement.
As for my affair, your mother was wrong.
Yeah, my dad told me. And, I quit my job.
What? Why?
My boss found out I was having an affair with a junior colleague. She can't get fired for cheating. But word spread fast within the company, and all my coworkers looked at me with white eyes. I didn't think I could keep my job under these circumstances, so I voluntarily submitted my resignation.
Oh, really? Is that why you decided to ask me to support you?
No, of course I'll look for a job, but it's not like I'll be able to get a new job anytime soon. You make $1 million. It's no big deal to take care of me alone, right?
Screw you. Why should I have to support you?
Don't be so cold. We promised to get married once, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I regret it so much. I realized how I lack ability to judge people.
Please, I can't ask my dad for help. He got divorced from Mom and moved out. Mom is a stay-at-home mom with no income. You're the only one I can rely on.
You've got to be kidding me. I left a piece of shit like you. There's no way we're starting over.
Ashley?
Oh yes, I'll charge you alimony.
Huh? Alimony?
Of course. You cheated on me while we were engaged.
Whoa, wait. I just quit my job.
I don't give a shit about that. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer from now on.
Give me a break. I just paid the wedding cancellation fee. I've got nothing in savings.
You can complain to your mother about that.
I can't pay alimony.
I'll make you pay me even if you have to borrow money. Gotta go. Kevin, who was literally penniless, had to borrow money to pay me alimony as expected. He desperately looked for a new job, but he couldn't find one. He is now working part-time at a day job to make ends meet. As for Melissa, after her divorce from her husband, she spent all the money she received from her share of the property in no time at all. So she reluctantly started working part-time. Now Kevin and Melissa are living together in poverty. As for me, I had been living near Melissa's house, but when I separated from Kevin, I moved to a faraway place. Perhaps because I feel more refreshed, I am able to produce better results at work. I am now spending my days with more energy and vitality. Good morning, Heather. You're up already, right? I'm going on a trip with friends today. I was wondering if you could take care of my daughter for a while. Sis, what's with calling me so early in the morning? As I said, I need you to take care of my daughter, Crystal. You get to take care of your lovely niece. Isn't that great? What? I can't take care of her all of a sudden. Why not? You're unemployed and have time, right? You're unemployed too, right? Don't compare me to you. I have a great job as a mother. You leave her with me all the time and go out. I'm sorry, but I don't have time. I have to take care of my mother-in-law. Of course. You need to take care of your husband's mother, right? I split with my husband and have to raise my child on my own. It's stressful every day. On the other hand, You don't have kids and you're home all day anyway. You should at least take care of your niece. I told you before, I don't have kids, but I have someone to take care of. Taking care of her isn't a big deal. Your mother-in-law isn't senile and can do a lot of things except walk, right? Besides, my daughter is low maintenance. You can watch her while you take care of your mother-in-law. Crystal is a good girl, but this is still too sudden. You should have at least called the day before. It's not my fault. I was so excited about the trip that I forgot to call you. Can't you take Crystal on the trip too? No. I can't enjoy traveling if I have a kid with me. I can't even go out for drinks at night. To be honest, she'd just be in the way. In the way. You don't have to put it like that. I'm just trying to get away from raising a kid and recharge. What's the point if she's with me? You should be plenty recharged, shouldn't you? You leave her with me at least once a week. Shut up! You don't understand how I feel because you've never had a child. Raising a child is much harder than you think. I know it's hard, but I can't take care of her today. Huh? I wish my husband was here, but he's not. He's been on a business trip since yesterday, and I'm the only one at home. My mother-in-law, she's been sick a lot lately. I can't take care of her and Crystal at the same time. It's too late to say no now. Huh? I already left her at the door. Excuse me? Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't notice because I didn't press the doorbell. Actually, I was near your house. I left Crystal at your front door. Please take care of her for a week. What? That's horrible. You left your child without telling me. I'm telling you now. Oh, come on. And a week is too long. Where the hell are you going? Overseas? Overseas? It'll take a whole day just to get there. I don't think a week is long at all. I can't believe you're going overseas without your daughter. Oh, don't worry. I made sure to pack a lot of clothes. That's not the point. It's unbelievable that you would just show up and ask me to take care of your child for a week. So I told you, I forgot. You're such a nitpick. Sis, do you call yourself a mother? If you're going to neglect Crystal like this, I think it would be better if your ex-husband had custody of Crystal. That way, Crystal's future would be safer. He seems more sincere and kind. You've got to be kidding me. If I didn't have custody, I wouldn't get child support. You could just work. I don't want to. I've been a stay-at-home mom since my ex and I got married. I can't go out to work now. This is absurd. You took Crystal in because you didn't want to work. Oh, shut up. Anyway, take care of her. I'll buy you some souvenirs. Look forward to it. Hey, sis. I've got a plane to catch. Wait, I can't take her for a week. Hi, Heather. How are you? I'm enjoying my vacation in the South Seas. As a reward for taking care of everybody. I'll send you a picture of the beautiful seaside. No, thank you. Don't be shy. The sea is really blue and beautiful. It will definitely heal your heart. My mother-in-law has been sick since last night. Oh my, that's terrible. I tried to call my husband, but he won't answer. He doesn't reply to my texts either. I want him to come home as soon as possible. Marvin can't come home. What? What do you mean? Why do you think that is? No way. Actually, I'm on this trip with him. He's crazy about me in a swimsuit. He's been taking pictures of me the whole time. I'm tired of posing for pictures. What? I'm sorry. I stole your husband. Wait a minute. You said you were on a trip with Marvin. You lied when you said you were going on a trip with your friends. Yeah, I don't have any friends to go on a trip with. Right now, it's just me and Marvin. I can't believe it. So my husband lied about going on a business trip too. That's right. He took some paid vacation off to go on a trip with me. How long have you two been together? So, how long would it be now? About a year, I think. A year. That coincides with when my mother-in-law collapsed. I quit the job I loved so much to take care of her. And then Marvin does this? Oh, come on. Don't blame Marvin. You're the one to blame. Huh? You didn't wear makeup? You didn't care about fashion. You didn't take care of Marvin, did you? Besides, you're ugly, unlike me. If an ugly woman doesn't care about her own appearance, she's finished. It's no wonder your husband left you. That's terrible. How dare he betray me when I'm taking care of his mother? I mean, you're too insane. You're disgusting to put your hands on your sister's husband. I'm divorced and lonely. With a guy like Marvin around, you can't blame me for liking him. Excuse me? Young men are so nice. My ex-husband was an older, tired, old guy. Marvin is always full of energy, and his skin is so fresh and handsome. Oh yeah, Marvin told me. He said he can't believe me and you are sisters. I'm too attractive. I'm so attractive that he can't even see you as a woman anymore. You two are scum. You put me in charge of taking care of your kid. I'll never forgive you. You know what? Even a dull woman like you should be thankful that you can be useful to the family. So that means I'm a handy servant for you guys. That's right. Be a servant and take care of my kid and the old lady. Sis, if Marvin is around, please tell him. His mother isn't feeling well. Tell him to come home right away. I don't want to do that. We finally have a chance to be alone. I won't let him leave. You're going to regret this later. What? If you don't come home now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. You're overreacting. Even if you say she's not feeling well, it's probably just a cold or something, right? I know you're desperate to keep me away from Marvin. I'm not going to fall for that trick. She doesn't have a cold. She looks very sick, so I'm going to take her to the hospital as soon as I can. Okay. Good night. Well, I'm going now. I'm busy traveling with your husband. Heather, why won't you answer my calls? Hey, Heather, don't ignore me just because you lost your husband. Sis, what do you want? It's not a good time to talk. I have a favor to ask you. Will you pick me up at the airport? Huh? Why don't you just take a cab home? I don't have money for a cab. I spent a lot of money on the trip. Both Marvin and I have nothing in our wallets. I bought you some souvenirs, so please pick me up at the airport now. How brazen. You had an affair with my husband, and now you want me to pick you up at the airport? What's wrong with that? It's your job to take care of your family. I don't care about that right now. You're on your own. What is that? You're such a cheeky girl. You have a lot of free time anyway. You're at home, aren't you? The airport is less than an hour away. Just come and get me. I'm not at home. What? Then where are you? I just finished my mother-in-law's funeral. What? Funeral? Your mother-in-law died? I told you that she got sick, didn't I? After that, I rushed her to the hospital. She had to be hospitalized suddenly. Her condition suddenly got worse. She passed away 2 days ago. Oh, I can't believe it. Why didn't you tell me? That's terrible. I called you so many times, but you guys didn't answer the phone at all. I couldn't get a read on your texts either. I even had relatives call you several times. I thought you guys probably turned off your phone so you wouldn't be bothered. I couldn't get in touch with you. What? Oh, come to think of it, I turned off my phone for a while because I was so annoyed that you kept interrupting me. I told you, you would regret it. I see. Then I'll pay the cab fare with my credit card. I'm going to head to the funeral home with Marvin now.
It's a little late for that, though.
Oh, but wait a minute. Your mother-in-law passed away. That means Marvin's going to get the inheritance, right?
Huh?
His father passed away a long time ago. And Marvin, he's an only child. Oh my gosh, this is big. Your mother-in-law's inheritance is all his.
Unbelievable. She passes away and you're talking about the inheritance.
Marvin, he wants to divorce you and remarry me. I'm so lucky. If Marvin gets your mother-in-law's inheritance, I'll be rich in one fell swoop.
That's impossible.
What?
Marvin won't get it.
What are you talking about? I heard it all from Marvin. His mother lived a simple life, but she actually saved a lot of money.
There's a will.
A will?
I want to leave all my possessions to Heather, who cared for me so devotedly. I won't give my son a single penny. His mother wrote that in her will.
Hey, what's that?
Marvin always kept making excuses that work was busy, and he never tried to take care of his mother at all.
You've got to be kidding. There's absolutely no way she wouldn't give her inheritance to her own son.
That's what she wanted.
Okay. You coerced her, didn't you?
What?
You took advantage of her impaired judgment, and you forced her to write a will so that you could get all the inheritance, you coward.
I had no idea until she died that she had left the will.
What?
She knew that Marvin was having an affair.
Huh?
Marvin let his guard down in front of his mother. He wasn't very cautious when he called and texted you. She may have been physically immobile, but she had a good head on her shoulders.
So maybe you...
Yeah, she told me. She told me she thought he was having an affair. Well, me and his mother, we never imagined he was having an affair with my sister.
Wait a minute. So Marvin really won't get a penny?
I don't care if you want to claim the remainder. Marvin borrowed money from his mother several times. He hasn't paid her back yet. That amount will be treated as a gift before her death. Even if he claims that, he'll only get scraps.
That's a lie.
He's a stupid man. Even though his pay wasn't that good, he borrowed money from his mom on several occasions and even owes me money. I know he was counting on his mother's inheritance, but she could see through it.
He was always buying me brand name bags and accessories. I thought he was well paid.
Not at all. I made more money than Marvin. Ever since I quit my job to take care of my mother-in-law, we've always been on the edge and had a hard time making ends meet.
Oh no.
By the way, your ex-husband also came to the funeral. When I told him about the situation with Crystal, he was so angry.
What? Why is he going to your mother-in-law's funeral?
I couldn't get in touch with you at all. I had your ex-husband call you too. You didn't notice? He's seen my mother-in-law a few times. He wanted to say goodbye, so he took off work to come to the funeral. He's a far cry from some scumbag who's having an affair while his own mother is dying.
Shut up!
He says he wants to get custody of Crystal back.
Huh? I don't want that. I won't be able to get child support.
You're such a jerk. What do you think your child is?
A child needs a mother.
A woman who leaves her child to go on a trip with a man she's cheating with, she has no right to call herself a mother. Crystal seemed happy to see her dad again. She clearly said she didn't want to be with her mom.
That's a lie, of course. In the first place, my ex-husband is incapable of raising a child. He was a workaholic, going to work early in the morning and coming home late at night.
But on his days off, he spent the whole day with Crystal. On weekdays, he said he'd get his parents to help him out.
But,
unlike you, your ex-husband is a man of integrity. It's obvious who's a better parent.
Ugh! Shut up! I'll never give him my child no matter what you say. I won't be able to make a living without her.
I told you before, you just have to work.
I don't want to work. I was going to marry Marvin and live a life of an elegant housewife.
Even if you can marry Marvin, I don't think you'll be able to live an elegant life. Oh yeah, another thing. I'm going to file compensation for damages against you guys.
Huh? Compensation?
Of course. Why are you surprised? You two were having an affair.
No. I'm your sister. It's crazy to ask for compensation from a family member.
I'm sorry, but I don't consider you family.
That's awful. Not only do I get no inheritance, you're going to take all my money?
It's all your fault.
Hey, Heather. I'll apologize for cheating on you and Marvin, but please don't make me pay compensation.
It's too late to apologize now. I'll never forgive you for what you did.
Oh no, I'll give you back Marvin. I'll step down quietly.
No, you don't have to give that scumbag back. I'll gladly give him to my sister.
Huh?
Well then, you can come to the funeral home now, but be prepared to get beat up by the relatives. Also, will you tell Marvin for me? I hope you two get along in hell together. Later, my sister and my husband showed up at the funeral home. The relatives asked them why they did not attend the funeral. They confessed that they had been on a trip having an affair. Naturally, everyone was furious, and my sister and my husband were cut off from all the relatives. Perhaps their feelings cooled down after this mess, and they eventually split up. Crystal's custody was safely recovered by her dad. My sister was left completely alone. She lost her income in the form of child support. She reluctantly started working part-time. As well, I followed up by filing compensation damages against her. She worked and worked, but her finances continued to go into the red. Finally, she could no longer afford the rent and was evicted from the apartment. She cried to her parents, but they had already insulated her, so she could not rely on them. She's now working part-time all day long. She moves from one restaurant to another, working as a waitress. On the other hand, my husband quit his job immediately after his mother-in-law's funeral. Because the company he was working for was owned by a relative, the information that he had an affair with his wife's sister and did not attend his mother's funeral spread to all the employees at once. It became difficult for him to stay at work. Rumor has it that my husband is struggling to find a new job. He is living a miserable life, almost as if he were homeless. I don't care about that because we are strangers now. After my divorce from my husband, I moved into an apartment and started living alone. It was useful that I had obtained occupational training when I was a student. I was able to find a full-time job. My marriage had failed, but my life is not over yet. I'm looking forward to meeting new people and enjoying the freedom of single life for a while.
A truck ran into the sidewalk and hit Alisa. What? It looks like she was taken to the hospital. I'm on my way in a cab now, so can you come right away? No, I can't. Huh? What are you talking about? I've got stuff to do. I can't right now. Aren't you worried about your daughter? She's in danger now. She's a high school kid. I'm sure she'll get better soon. You worry too much. Do you get what I just said? She's in critical condition from the accident. Doctors are evil. They tend to exaggerate to extort money for medical treatment. I don't care about that right now. Just come quick. I told you, I can't. My mom's having a birthday party this weekend. I'm skipping work to go buy her a present. Huh? Is that more important now? What do you mean by more important? It's her 75th birthday. Of course it is. So what? Your own daughter is in danger. You shouldn't have to pick which is more important. It's obvious. Mom's birthday party is more important. It only comes once a year. I can't believe you. Alisa is facing the biggest predicament of her life right now. She's my daughter, so she'll be fine. You always tend to exaggerate. When she got hurt in kindergarten, you panicked and made a big deal out of it. Remember? She had a broken bone then. Bones heal eventually. This time too, she'll be fine. Don't make too much fuss. You will embarrass yourself. What's wrong with worrying about your own child? Anyways, what do you think I should get Mom? I gave her a bag last year. Maybe a jewelry this year? I don't know. I can't even think about it now. You have some preparation to do too, like cooking, decorating. You should start the preparation when you're done visiting Alisa. She'll be safe at the hospital, right? It's fine to take care of your mom, but she's not the priority now. I didn't think you were the kind of person who doesn't even get that. Really? Because every year, when I celebrate her birthday, she's always so pleased and gives me $3,000 cash if I don't put all the effort into it. She might give me less this year, and I wouldn't want that. What? That's new to me. Really? Did I tell you? She always gave us on our way home, tell us to treat ourselves with something good. You kept it all to yourself, huh? Well, I don't even care at this point. I will at least treat you to a steakhouse this year. I don't even know if we can do that. Don't be so blasé. My prediction? Alisa will be discharged tomorrow. You're being too irresponsible. I tend to know. It's one of those gut feelings, you know? I guess I'm more equipped with it than normal people. I'm at the hospital now. I will wait for you, so hurry up. I feel anxious being alone. I can't. I have to go to work after buying a present. If you can't afford to skip work, you can come. Don't interrupt a man's work. I don't care about you anymore. All I could do during the emergency surgery was pray. There is no God. It was only after 3 hours that I was made to believe that. At only 17 years old, my daughter had gone to heaven. Hopelessness. The word doesn't go justice. There is no way to name this emotion. The police, the doctors, the funeral home. They talked to me so much that I had no time to lament. I had to deal with them all. Before I knew it, it was the day of the funeral. As for my husband, he was in shock. He even was crying. But he somehow was not in the right frame of mind. I was concerned about that. But I never expected him to take such action. Where are you? Your mother hasn't shown up too. The funeral's about to start. I've already burned incense. The priest hasn't even arrived yet. You take care of the rest. I can't do this. I know you don't want to accept reality. It's hard for me too. But we have to give her a proper send-off. That's not what I meant. We're having Mom's birthday party as we planned. What? Mom's a little grumpy because you're not here. So we're going to have to order sushi from a delivery service. But she'll probably be happy because I went all out and made it extra special. Hey, you're kidding, right? This is the last chance to say goodbye to Alisa. You won't be able to see her face anymore. You know that? I've always wondered, what's the point of having a funeral? Just burn it down and get it over with. Why do you say that? She's not here anymore. How much does a funeral even cost? Don't you think it's a waste of money? Of course not. I don't care what you think. Mom is still alive, and her birthday party is much more important now. Please, say you're only kidding. I don't want to believe those are actual words of Alisa's father. I'm sad too. You know? But she won't come back, even if you cry. Then why don't we take care of the person who's alive by your side right now? That's not the point. I have to mourn for Alisa properly. And we have to put things to rest. I'll be fine. I've already had a closure. Alisa won't be sad to know that her father and her grandmother are not here. A dead person has no feelings. I'm sure everyone who is here at the funeral will think it's strange. Don't tell them I'm at the birthday party. I do know it's inappropriate. Then come back immediately. There are a lot of relatives here. Of course they're going to ask a lot of questions when you two aren't here. Don't ever tell anyone. If your relative starts to ignore me, it's your fault. Then what should I tell them? I'm in bed in shock. Yeah, that will do. It sounds more like it, and I don't have to feel guilty. If you're afraid of feeling guilty, forget the birthday party. Funerals are for squeamish people. I can't stand it. I'd rather eat cake with my mom. Is your mom really not coming too? Alisa is her only grandchild. I asked her too, but she wanted the party as we planned. You guys are really something. Oh yeah? Thanks. It's not a compliment. I despise you both, and I don't even know what to say. Suit yourself. Come drop by when the funeral is over. I will leave you some sushi. I don't want it. I'm not coming. I'll eat all then. I'm drinking today, so I'm staying at mom's tonight. I hope you won't regret what you're doing. Where did you go? Why aren't you home on Sunday? What do you want? Where are Alisa's remains? Did you set up the altar? I thought I'd at least offer incense. You don't have to do that. I don't even see her photo. Where are those photos you had in the living room? Hey, your stuff is gone too. Sure. It's because I left the house. Why would you leave without telling me? You should know why. There are plenty of hints. Oh, you mean the funeral? What else is there? It went well, right? That's not the point. Is it a big deal that you have to leave? I wanted to send Alisa off in peace. I struggled to accept the reality, but I wanted to send her off properly for her sake. But you ruined it. What did I do? I just wasn't there. The ignition switch at the crematorium. Did you know that the family has to push the light switch at the crematorium? I remember when my dad died. My mom had to do it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't stop crying. Everyone said, if only Alisa's father was here at a time like this. And I thought to myself then, this is my last duty as a parent. I'm her only parent, so I had to do it. Hey, I'm a parent too. Please, don't ever call yourself as Alisa's parent and erase all of your memory of having a daughter. Please, I beg you. What the hell is that? I don't want to disgrace Alisa. How dare you? She wouldn't have been born without me. Why are you so high on yourself? You only play part in having a child. Don't act like a father when you can't even offer a proper send-off. Shut up. Your mom too. I still can't believe she chose to have her own birthday party over her grandchild's funeral. Mom wanted a male grandchild. That's why she wasn't fond of Alisa. I know, but that doesn't mean she should reject her very last moment with Alisa. I can't deal with you guys anymore. You two trash should just get on with your lives. Hey, that's too much. I can't find a word to describe you. I know I called you trash, but that would be disrespectful to trash. You! It's weird. I don't feel so angry at you. It's not even the feeling of disgust or renouncement. I'd say it's more like numb. I don't feel a thing. It's like having feelings for you guys is simply a waste of time. I don't like that. You should be more pissed off. I'd rather you be mad at me than say something like I suck at being dad for not going to the funeral. I'm glad you didn't come to the funeral, because you're not the parent anymore, so your statement won't apply to you. Where the hell are you now? Your parents are no longer alive. I know you don't have a place to go. Yesterday, after the funeral, someone asked me. He asked me what I was going to do now. I told him that I want to leave my husband and keep my memories of Alisa to myself. Then this person called out to everyone. Thanks to all of their help, I was able to move out of the house. It's impossible to move out within just one day. There's no way you can rent a house right away.
This gentleman owns an apartment, and he let me rent the room.
Who's this guy? He must be so well off.
He's the president of your company.
What?
He was very surprised. He was quizzed about why you weren't there at the funeral, despite the fact that you're a father.
What were you thinking? You should have called me right away if the president was there.
It's not like I was at the receptionist desk, checking on everyone who came. How am I supposed to know who's attending? I don't even know how your president looked. I wasn't even aware of him until he came to talk to me.
You didn't tell him I was at Mom's birthday party, did you?
I'm sorry. I'm not very considerate. I told him exactly what you said. That your mom's birthday party is more important.
You've got to be kidding me.
The boss said the same thing.
Did he say anything else?
He seemed speechless, and so was I. I can't even find the right words to say to you.
Why did the president come though? I didn't tell anyone at work about Alisa.
I heard that the father of one of Alisa's classmates knows the president. Seems that's how he found out.
The president should have at least contacted me directly.
He was very considerate. It was very busy day at the funeral, but he was very caring and told me that I must be feeling very depressed, losing my daughter. Though it was not necessary, I was touched by his gesture.
It sucks. I don't know how to face him at work tomorrow.
Why don't you just stand tall and be proud of yourself that you're the man who celebrated his mother's birthday instead of his daughter's funeral?
I'm in trouble because I don't want people to think that I lack common sense.
Oh, you're aware of that, aren't you?
Crap.
I know how shameful and outrageous this is, and yet, you didn't come. All you care about is protecting yourself in the eye of others. You really are a worthless human being.
I didn't want to just sit around and watch my daughter burn into ashes. I rather wanted to make my mom happy. Is that so bad? I was just making good use of my time.
I would never do that. I bet no one ever does that too.
Tell me then. Were you able to talk to Alisa for the last time at the funeral? No, right?
I did.
Huh? Bullshit. It's only in your imagination.
Maybe so. But I was able to tell her how much I appreciated and loved her. I can still hear her voice.
I don't believe in that kind of thing. Alisa is gone. What's wrong with taking care of those who are left behind?
If that's what you believe, you should follow that. Your values are too different from mine.
Fine. If you insist, go on your own way. But I won't let you keep the compensation for the accident yourself.
Huh?
Mom said there should be at least $100K coming in.
It never crossed my mind. You and your mother-in-law didn't even show up to the funeral? And you guys were calculating the amount of compensation?
Give me all of it.
I can't believe it.
All you want is the memories with Alisa, right? Then you don't need the money.
I don't want it to be yours.
After all, you want the money too, huh?
I'm not like you. I have to build a grave for her.
You can just scatter her ashes in the ocean or in the mountain. Don't spend $10,000 to a mere stone.
Don't disgrace Alisa any more than this. There is a limit to what I can bear.
Who cares? As long as I get the money, I can live a free and easy life with Mom. I should quit the company too. The boss will probably try to preach me anyway.
Are you sure?
I don't want to work for a company like that. It's crazy to make someone's wife move without the husband's permission. I can't believe he actually runs the company.
I just told him. He's here with me now.
What?
I'm very grateful that he sees it as if it's his own problem. He's more emotional than me.
Oh well, whatever. Hey boss, you reading this? I'm quitting. Bye.
There's one last form that you need to fill out.
So he wants you to come to the office.
What? No way. It's too much trouble.
It's something to do with retirement benefits.
I'm coming then.
I will leave everything to my attorney. I'll let you know if there's any progress.
Alright.
Mr. Kaiser, President, thank you very much for your help.
Has the compensation been transferred?
Yes, thanks to the lawyer you referred me to, the compensation doubled to $5 million. With this money, we can pay you back the fee you lent me to build a grave for Alisa. I'm glad to hear that. It was you who made Eric sign to renounce his inheritance, right?
What?
What are you talking about? Didn't you call him up and make him sign on it pretending to be his severance pay? Thanks to you, I didn't have to give that man a single penny. He's not that kind of man who would willingly give up to his inheritance.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know it will not be legit if you force him to sign it. I don't want you to get in trouble for this. I can just turn a blind eye to this.
You don't have to worry about it.
But
I have an 18-year-old daughter myself. Even if she never encountered a misfortune and something horrible happened, I can imagine myself not attending her funeral. I just couldn't forgive Eric as a father myself. That's all.
I agree with you on that.
I'm sure he's waiting for the compensation now. He might even have borrowed some money and spent it all expecting to get compensation.
His relatives told me. It seems that Eric and his mother are all decked out in big brand clothes and luxury cars.
I knew it. Since they don't have a job, they probably can't get a loan from a legit loaner. It must be someplace very shady.
Eric's mother
is also a very superficial person who likes to show off. She borrowed a lot of money to give her son an allowance. I'm sure her debt has piled up quite a bit. I was aware of it, but Eric most likely doesn't know anything about it. So 2 idiots are in debt. That sounds more like it for their ending.
But if they find out that he was tricked into writing the disinheritance papers, don't you think they will sue you?
I want this money to be well spent for my daughter. I will give it up to her. We have an audio recording of Eric saying this.
What? Did he actually say that?
Yes, without doubt.
How did you come to that conversation?
There was a small pool money of $2,000 in our employee travel fund. We refrained from traveling for the past few years, so the money had been saved up.
I see.
We don't normally have a retirement plan, but I suggested to him that we will give him $1,000 for his severance pay if he will let us donate $2,000 from the travel fund for your daughter's grave. I know I said some outrageous things myself.
Did he believe it?
Easily.
Is that when he said those words?
I'm sure he thought $2,000 as nothing compared to the compensation he believes he will get.
But this is not a good thing, isn't it?
To destroy evil, you have to use dirty trick at times. It's something you don't need to know.
I understand. I will pretend I didn't hear anything then. There is no trading my daughter's life for the money. But the money wasn't handed to Eric. That's all it matters to me now. Stay strong. Feel free to stay at the apartment as long as you wish. It's yours now. Thank you. But it's time for me to keep my chin up and face ahead. I'm going to try to walk on my own feet. Otherwise, Alisa won't be happy for me.
I see. I'm always here for you. If you have any problems, please feel free to contact me anytime.
Thank you very much. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Kaiser.
Your daughter loved you so much. Please stay the same. That is all I wish for you.
Yes, I will do my best. When I meet my daughter again someday, I hope to tell her with confidence that I lived a wonderful life. Thank you very much.
You're just a wife, so you better not be using hot water for cleaning. I just added a little hot water. It's so chapped and it stings. Don't talk back to me. I was right to come back and get what I forgot. I didn't realize you were so sneaky when I'm not around. You don't have to say it like that. I'd want to give you a beating, but I've got a tea party with a friend. You better remember when I come back home. You're going to redo all the cleaning. It's hard to clean during the winter. Yesterday, you were worried about Lindsay saying it must be hard to clean at school when it's cold. Wife and grandchildren are two different things. I don't care if you bleed or lose fingers. I don't care at all. You're so cruel. Do all the cleaning and weeding with your bare hands. Use cold water, rain or shine 24/7. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm doing everything as you say. As punishment for using hot water, you're not having dinner tonight. I didn't eat anything yesterday. Just drink water. It won't kill you. That's too cruel. Are you disobeying your mother-in-law? You have some nerve. I'd like to see your parents' faces. Oh, right, they're not here anymore. Don't talk bad about my parents. It's true. They're the ones who made this useless human being. That's too much. I don't have a penny to spend on the wife. Even drinking water is a waste. Just don't eat or drink. Why are you so... You don't like me that much? I'm just educating the wife. Are you still trying to talk back to me? Have you forgotten what happened a month ago? You mean the time I was sick and had no choice but to order takeout for dinner? The next day, my clothes were soaking wet. I never thought you'd do something like that to me. I just did your laundry. In the closet? Maybe there was a leak or something. You did a bad thing, so maybe God was just punishing you. I just couldn't move because I was sick. You're overreacting. You act normal to me in front of Alex and Lindsay. Of course, I have no choice but to do that for the wife's education. I don't want to be the bad person because of you playing the victim. You only do it when they're not around so you don't get caught. If you don't say anything, it won't be a problem. It's not normal to make threats like that. I can't take it anymore. I'll talk to Alex. Fine, tell Alex. He's going to throw you out anyway, and he'll only make it quicker. What are you talking about? You're so pathetic. You don't know anything. Alex is divorcing you. What? They're already talking about remarrying. She's beautiful and very rich. Don't bullshit me. He hasn't shown any signs of that, and I don't believe you. He's keeping it a secret from you. They had dinner together the other night. They're perfect for each other. Alex, that can't be. You can't be serious. Poor you. You'll be all alone soon. I'll raise Lindsay at home. You're going to take away my daughter too? She'll be poor with you. She's only 7 years old. She'll be fine with her new mommy. I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh yeah, you'll have to clean up the other apartment first thing tomorrow morning. What? The other apartment? Your husband's study. There's no point in having a dead man's study. I want to use it as a storage place. It's your last job, so do it properly. Okay. I can't think straight. What's going on? Did Alex really do that? Is Lindsay unhappy when I'm around? I'm sorry. I'm confused. My name is Angela, a 35-year-old housewife. 6 months ago, my father-in-law passed away, and my mother-in-law cried that she missed us, so we decided to move in with her. But that was a mistake. As soon as I moved in with my mother-in-law, she changed. She started to bully me. Many people may be annoyed by my weak attitude. My parents died early in life, and I grew up in a relative's home, but I was treated like a servant. If I did as I was told, if I didn't complain, I could eat food. I would never get hurt. I was unconsciously influenced from my past. I always think, if my husband and daughter are happy, I just have to put up with it. I hate myself for this. And now, my brain is in a panic because of what my mother-in-law told me. All I can think about is the loop of questions. I trust Alex, but my mother-in-law's words keep flickering, and I'm afraid to listen to them. But then, my mother-in-law pushes even harder. I turned off the breaker at the other apartment. Heating is a luxury for a housewife. What? It's a waste of electricity for a wife who's just cleaning the room. What are you talking about? It's below freezing temperatures. Without heating, I'll freeze. Then just freeze. The heat is off, isn't it? Oh no, it doesn't work. The breaker is outside. You can't turn it back on. I'll just go outside. What? It won't open. It won't work. It won't work. It's locked with a deadbolt and a padlock. Why are you doing this? It's been extremely cold since yesterday. There's a lot of snow on the ground. Big icicles are forming. Maybe we should do a sword fight. Stop joking around. Below freezing, no heat. The windows are shut with bars. There's not even a phone in the house. The worst. I mean, that's the best environment. I don't want to be harassed anymore. Please open the door. It's so cold. I can't. I'm going out now. What? Stop joking. Please. Hey, you know what? There's a trick up there. A loophole? No. My husband was a writer, right? Sometimes he didn't like to hear from editors. Huh? I asked a friend of mine who's a radio enthusiast to install a jamming device in the room. One push of a button and this whole place goes out of range. This switch right here, next to the breaker. Oh my God! Switch is on! Alex is now a single man. Saves the trouble of getting a divorce. You're useless, so there's nothing to do. Don't come out as a ghost, okay? I won't be able to see the text anymore, but goodbye forever. Say hello to my husband on the other side. Where are you, Angela? Don't tell me you're still at the other apartment. I locked the door thinking you finished cleaning long ago. I opened the door right away. Please, please be alive. Nice try, but I'm still alive. Huh? Is this a fake text to make it look like an accident? You deleted the text you sent when you locked me in. How in the world? It's all thanks to Lindsay. What? What can a 7-year-old do? That other apartment was Lindsay's secret play area, and she built a hidden passage. She found me lying on the floor and immediately contacted Alex. How did she get in touch with him? Lindsay's cell phone was out of range. Anyway, she rushed to your house to get a blanket to keep me warm. She realized the landline at your house works and called Alex in tears. The 3 of us are at the hospital now. What? Alex too? Of course! He called an ambulance as soon as he heard from Lindsay. He even left work early and rushed to the hospital. I see. Lindsay has something she wants to say. I'll hand over the phone. I won't forgive you, bitch. Lindsay? I can't believe a girl would say that. Shut up. You're a piece of shit who did terrible things to Mommy. Grandma is always nice. Don't say that. Shut up. I'll turn into a sketchy star and punish you. Come on, count your sins. I never thought Lindsay was so barbaric. I guess her mother's bad parenting came around. Calm down. This is a line from a hero that Lindsay is addicted to. What? It's from a TV show called Go Power Rangers. I'm surprised. But it doesn't change the fact that she's angry. She doesn't even want to see you anymore. Oh, it's just a misunderstanding. I'm so glad you're okay, Angela. I'm so happy I'm about to cry. It's so obvious. You tried to lock me up and make me disappear. How can that be? My memory's a little fuzzy. I'm so confused. No, it was definitely you. I don't know what on basis you're making that statement. There isn't even a text message left. How could you do this to me when I'm so worried about you? You were going to call the police yourself when you saw that I wasn't breathing, weren't you? That's when you were going to remove the bar and padlock. That's just speculation. You're being paranoid. The police came with the ambulance. What? Oh, what's wrong? Are you panicking? It's not good that the police came first. It's going to mess up your plans. Sure enough, as soon as they saw the situation, they decided it was a case. They had my testimony, evidence, and fingerprints all over the place. God damn it! You were a corrupt person to begin with, but now you're legally a criminal and a confirmed scumbag. Well, it's not much of a crime if it's your first attempt. Just act cool and I'll get away with it. You're a scum to the core, aren't you? You've been talking arrogantly for quite some time now. You're so proud of your victory that you think you've turned the tables? The wife should be scared. I just realized that I can't be weak. When I woke up in the hospital bed, the first thing I saw was Alex and Lindsay's crying faces while holding my hands. I wanted to protect them both, and as soon as I thought that I had to be strong, I was no longer afraid of anything. There is nothing I fear more than losing Alex and Lindsay. Your final line is so empty. Alex is divorcing you. You're going to lose him now. I asked him about that right after I woke up. Alex isn't thinking of divorce. You are mistaken. Huh? Well, his expression of concern for me was full of love. Intuitively, I thought divorce was impossible. Forget the love. What do you mean a misunderstanding? I did indeed saw the two of them coming out of the restaurant at a luxury hotel. I asked him later, and he said she was the daughter of the president of one of his business partners. Is that all? No mention of divorce or remarriage? He didn't say that, but you would think so. If you weren't here, he'd have a smooth remarriage, and I'd have the upper hand. It's all about money with you. You thought you could take advantage of it and live a rich life, didn't you? What's so wrong with that? I want to live like a celebrity. The dinner was just for business. It wasn't only Alex. His boss and co-workers were with him. The daughter is married to begin with. What? I thought this would make Alex happy. It's clearly for your own happiness. Greedy old grandma making a hasty decision and almost costing my life. It's so annoying. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. My true voice came out. Angela, Does Alex know? Of course he knows everything. Of course I told him about this case, and I also confided in him about you bullying me. He cried and apologized. Wait, you don't think I... Did you finally realize? Alex and Lindsay are furious. We're cutting ties with you. I can't have that. I don't want to be alone. You did that to yourself. We'll charge you for my medical treatment and alimony. I don't have any money. Don't you have your husband's insurance money? I gambled and went to host clubs, so I don't have any. Wow, you really are a scumbag. It would be better for the world if you were arrested. Don't say that. You'll help me, won't you? Or family. Why you think I would even help you in the slightest is a mystery to me. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. Have you ever heard of the radio law? What's that? It's illegal to emit radio waves without a permit or license. Violation of the radio law is also illegal. Huh? The neighbor's house seems they had some interference, and the husband who works from home had a hard time. His house is behind your other apartment, so I guess it affected him. That's a lie. My husband had no problem. The neighbor just finished the house last month and moved in. When your husband was using it, there were no houses around, so I guess it wasn't a problem. That's not fair. I can't be the only one guilty. Both your husband and the friend who built the device had permission to use it in the first place. They found a permit on a bookshelf in the back of the apartment, but not you. Wait, I just didn't know. I didn't do it on purpose. The damage to the neighborhood may have been unexpected, but it was malicious and deliberately directed at me in the first place. Why don't you get arrested and have a taste of your own medicine? Oh no, I don't want to go to jail. Change your testimony. Can you imagine what it's like to freeze in the cold and lose consciousness? The fear and frustration at the thought of your life ending here. Compared to that, prison is pleasant. Okay, I'm sorry. Please help me. At least, please don't cut ties as a family. How selfish can you get? You sound like a pathetic child. Take responsibility for what you did. Because I don't want to. Please help me. I refuse. Goodbye forever. Wait, I don't want to be alone. My mother-in-law was arrested and sentenced to prison on her actions. She is paying medical treatment and alimony through a lawyer. I heard that our neighbor also filed a claim for damages. I'm sure she will have to pay them on her own after she gets out of prison. My family and I cut ties with my mother-in-law and moved into a new house. Our new life is peaceful and we are very happy. The three of us laugh watching Power Rangers. I wonder if our fourth new family member in my belly can hear us.
Good morning, sis. Do you have time tomorrow? Can you come shopping with me? Let's have dinner as well. Hey, Alex. Good morning. I don't mind, but don't you want to go out with your fiancé, Yvette? Isn't it kind of sad to go shopping with your sister right before your wedding? Come on, who cares? You're back temporarily from overseas for my wedding, and you're flying back the next day of my wedding, so let's have some time together. Yeah, I guess you're right. Nice. Let's meet up at the south gate of A Station at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Sounds good. I knew you were cheating on me, Alex. I knew you were lying when you told me you're having dinner with your sister. Who is this woman? We're having our wedding this weekend. How dare you? I'm gonna make that cheating bitch pay. All taken care of. I landed a pretty good punch. It felt so good to see her knocked out with a nice sound. Hey, Alex. Your flirt is obviously an older woman if you look at her up close. I'm a better woman than that old hag, right? That's why you chose me as your future wife. So I'll still marry you, but you'll have to break up with her today and pay me $10,000 in compensation. And also, I'm gonna keep an eye on you so you won't cheat on me ever again. We will live with my parents so that we can all monitor you. And I'll be managing your money. Alex, you won't have any say in this matter. Got it? Now, let go of that woman and get down on your knees and apologize for cheating on me.
Hey, Yvette, where the hell are you?
Hey, Alex, where am I now? I won't tell you. I'll tell you when you're ready to apologize.
What are you talking about? I saw your text earlier. What on earth did you misunderstand?
Huh? What misunderstanding? I clearly caught you cheating with my own eyes. It's too late to be making any excuse now.
It was my sister who was with me. I told you about her this morning when I leave the house.
Enough with the excuses. Your sister is chubbier with longer hair. She doesn't have short hair with great figure, does she? How can I mistake her for your sister?
My sister went on a diet while working overseas.
Huh?
After she lost some weight, she wanted to have a sporty look, so she cut her hair.
What? You know, you must think I'm stupid to believe all that.
Huh? No, we talked about this before, remember? When we talked about my sister's life abroad.
I get it. It was all a setup to mislead me into thinking you're not cheating.
What the?
That makes you even more an asshole.
It's not like that.
Cut the crap already and apologize for cheating on me. I said I'll marry you as long as you get down on your knees, apologize, and accept the conditions I gave you earlier. Beg for forgiveness before I change my mind.
I didn't cheat on you.
Huh? Are you still saying that?
The one who was with me was my sister. It was my sister you mistook for someone else and punched with all your might. Why didn't you ask me first? I mean, my sister and I both look like our dad, so it's easy to see the resemblance in our faces. Especially now that she has lost weight and cut her hair, she looks a lot like me. It should be really easy to tell we're siblings. You should have checked before you suddenly punch her.
Whatever, you cheater. You keep making excuses. Do you not want to marry me?
So, you're saying that if I'm willing to apologize to you, you'll tell me where you are.
Oh, so you're ready to be sorry. Fine. I'll need to take a picture of you on your knees, so I'll tell you. I'm on the train to my parents' house. I'll be there in about 30 minutes. And you're coming as well. We'll talk about moving in with my parents there. So get moving and don't forget to bring the $10,000. Hey, Alex, are you on the way yet?
Shut up.
Excuse me?
I reported what happened to the police.
What's wrong with you? Oh well, I guess I'll have to tell your sister on you. I can get her to confirm you're cheating on me. Good evening, sis. I'm Yvette, Alex's fiancée. It's been a year since we met face-to-face a year ago. Anyway, can you believe Alex was cheating on me? He even lied he was seeing you. Don't you think it's terrible to use your sister's name to cheat? Surely, as a woman, you understand how hurt I am, right? He needs to learn a lesson, don't you think? So, can you tell him to apologize and pay me $10,000? Are you there? Why aren't you saying anything? Oh no, are you taking his side? Don't tell me you're taking the side of that bitch. No way. You're not going to cancel your brother's wedding just like that, are you? Thought you'd be smarter since you work overseas. I'm really disappointed. Wait, are you actually teaming up with him to file a police report on me? But he's the one to be blamed here. I just fought off the cheating woman. there would be no point in reporting anything. Just as I expected, Yvette. What the hell were you thinking? My sister can't respond to you because of the concussion she had by being punched by you, so I'm checking her phone for her.
Huh? Another lie.
I'll answer your question for her. Yes, I did file a report.
What?
I already told you. Your parents are already informed as well, and there will be no more engagement or wedding. I told them that I have no intention of accepting a settlement.
Wait, you're saying that was your sister?
Did you think I was bluffing?
But... Alex, my mom and dad got mad at me. I'm locked in my room until the police comes. It's not fair. It was just a little misunderstanding. You wouldn't want your fiancé arrested like this, right? I'm sure your sister wouldn't want this for her future sister-in-law either. Alex, do you not want to marry me? I'll forgive your sister for her misleading behavior. So don't do anything crazy like filing a police report. That way you can marry me. My parents will calm down for sure too. Answer me, Alex. Are you really okay with this? If you want to marry me.
I don't.
Huh?
Goodbye.
What do you mean?
Sis, can we talk?
Sure, Alex. I'm fine now. I've recovered from the concussion. The swelling on my cheek is gone. The cut in my mouth is fine now. I'm sorry for worrying you so much.
No, I'm the one who needs to apologize. I almost married her without realizing she was such a terrible person. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused.
So she...
Yeah, I did file a report, as you already know. Even her parents encouraged me filing it.
Uh-huh. This could be a harsh punishment for a young woman like her, and I'm sure she's going to have a hard time. But if she doesn't understand the root of the problem and doesn't show any remorse, then it can't be helped.
You're right. Now, everything is taken care of, including the cancellation of the engagement. Yvette's parents paid for the monetary damages for the daughter committing an assault, as well as the cancellation fee for the wedding, saying they would eventually collect the money from Yvette.
Is that so?
They also promised to keep Yvette on a leash so that she won't come see us unannounced, so don't worry.
Then, I guess that settles it, right?
Yes, I think so. By the way, when are you leaving Japan?
Huh?
Because of the hospitalization, your company let you stay in Japan a little longer, right?
Yes, I'll be in Japan for another week or so.
Why don't we get something to eat before you go back?
Sounds nice. I want to go too. Can we go to a pub?
Sure, but I'll treat you so we can go somewhere more expensive if you want. Maybe someplace fancy, like a French restaurant.
I want to have a casual chat with you, so not anywhere too fancy.
Alright, then let's go to my favorite place. The snacks as well as the drinks are really good there.
Oh, that sounds great.
You can count on me.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
A few days later, Yvette's parents called me again to apologize. They said they wanted to let me know about Yvette's situation just for your information. They told me that Yvette had been placed in the care of their strict relatives. They live in an isolated place that could not be reached without a long train and bus rides. Her phone and internet access were taken away as well. In a place where there is almost no entertainment, she is trying to straighten herself out while helping her relatives with their work and paying back money to her parents. Hopefully, this will make her a better person. As for me and my sister, we went to the pub like we promised. That's when my sister said to me,
"People can suddenly turn into a completely different person. For self-defense, we should cultivate an eye for people."
Hearing that truly enlightening words, I vowed that the next time I meet someone, I will introduce that person to my sister first.
You have a sister complex. Huh? You told your sister a lot about me, didn't you? No, I didn't. Don't lie. You have a sister complex, telling everything to your sister. That's not true. Why are you talking about my sister all of a sudden? She just came to my house. She said she was coming over today to celebrate your pregnancy. She's already here? If you knew, then stay home. I heard she was coming this afternoon. Is she still there? She said she suddenly had to run some errands from noon, so she went home already. Oh, I wanted to see her too. I haven't seen her since our wedding. You've been abroad all this time, haven't you? I got some chocolates with English writing on them as a gift. That's right. She got transferred to Japan and couldn't come back as often. Anyway, how did your sister-in-law know that I injured my arm in an accident while driving? I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that you told her. I asked you not to tell anyone because I was embarrassed. I told you. I don't know. I didn't even tell my parents. But then, when we met, she suddenly says, "Is your arm okay? Be careful driving." What was that about? Oh, maybe she saw the scar? What? I'm all healed up now. I can't even see your scar. That's not what I meant. Did she say anything else? She said, "You used to have a parrot. Looks like it passed away though." Oh, really? She's talking about Sakura, who we had until last month, isn't she? Did you tell her about that? No, not at all. I didn't think she would know that much. What do you mean? Your sister is creepy. She's had this weird power since she was little. What do you mean? Like psychic powers? Not exactly. She has a sixth sense. She can see auras. I can't believe it. You're not afraid of her? She's helped me a lot in the past. I'm rather proud of her. What do you mean? When we were in elementary school, we planned a family vacation. Your parents do love to travel. But on the day of the trip, my sister suddenly started crying because she didn't want to go. Isn't that a common selfishness among children? My parents thought so too, but they had to pay cancellation fee, so they didn't know what to do. And even though it was a cool autumn day, my sister kept on saying, "It's too hot, too hot." Did she have a fever or something? No, she wasn't sick, but she was crying like crazy. We ended up having to cancel, and I was really angry. What does this have to do with the story? I was watching the news that night. The hotel we were supposed to be staying at caught on fire. No way. It was a coincidence. That's what I thought at the time. But I get chills when I think about what would have happened if we hadn't canceled. You think your sister saw something? I don't know, but she could predict the weather more accurately than the weather forecast. And thanks to her, we caught my mom's cancer early. It's still creepy. I can't believe we're the same human. Don't say that. She's still my precious sister. I get it. Maybe your sister. Maybe she has a mental illness? What? I don't believe in sixth sense. I'm not forcing you to believe me. She's just on a roll because something she said at random ended up coming true. I don't think so. She really doesn't see anything. She's just been a pain in the ass since she wants attention. That creeps me out. That's enough. Why are you being so aggressive? She says she sees a black blur on my baby. So? What's she say about my baby? That's creepy. Did you hear my sister till the end? I don't know. Maybe the baby is a little weak or something? Oh no, we're going to the hospital right now. That's not true. The regular checkup said everything is fine. Well, that's good, but I think she was trying to tell you to take care of yourself and have a healthy baby. I'm sure that's what she wanted to say. She did say something like that, but she doesn't mean that. You're thinking too much. Black blur is usually worn by villains. She's making fun of my baby for being evil. No one said that. I will never forgive you. I'll curse her back. Oh man. Could it be your sister? Is she planning to stay in New York for a long time? She's been working in Tokyo for a long time, but she's coming back to New York. She said this is her last transfer. And she bought a house right around the corner, right? It's about a 50-minute drive from here. Not exactly a neighbor. It's so close. That sucks. Please just be friends with her. I don't want to. You're so weird. She's crazy. That's why she's single when she's almost in her 30s. She's so stupid buying a house when she's alone. She couldn't find a good place to rent, and even if I could, it was too expensive. It was cheaper to take out a loan in the end. Whatever. She's not going to be coming here often, is she? She's busy too. I doubt she'll come often. Really? But she says she wants to help Megan with whatever she has to do during her pregnancy. Huh? It's none of her business. Well, Megan, you seem to be mentally unstable. I'll tell her not to come here so often. Tell her to not come at all. Don't let that creepy woman near me again. I guess she's on a postpartum period. My name is Tyson. I'm 25 years old. My wife Megan is 4 months pregnant. I've seen many people avoid my sister because of her mysterious power. I've never seen someone reject her this much, so I was surprised. But they say that you tend to be mentally unstable during pregnancy. Maybe she was in shock about what she said about her baby. But when I heard that her baby had a black blur, I feel a kind of uneasiness. I called my sister and asked her about it. She said, I'm sorry for saying something that could make a delicate pregnant woman uneasy. She told me to ask Megan for details, and I was even more confused. The truth is, I would be happy if my sister and my wife could get along together. But with my wife acting like this, I don't think it would be possible. Even if it doesn't work now, after the baby is born and things settle down, I'm sure she'll understand how nice my sister is. There was a time when I was optimistic. Then my wife's unbelievable behavior made me think otherwise. You're at your sister's house right now, aren't you? What? How did you know I was here? Apparently, I have a second sense as well. Stop joking around and saying things I don't understand. Just answer me properly. I just kind of did. I mean, why are you there? I got an SOS call from my sister, so I ran over. The house is in trouble. Oh, how? It's a mess. I wonder if it was robbed. I don't think they took anything, Megan. Do you know anything? Me? Why would I know about anything? Did you go to my sister's house by any chance? I don't have the ability to climb through walls. But why is that stuffed toy that you had here? If you're a girl, everyone has a stuffed bear. I never said it was a bear. Oh, really? Crap. There's a camera on the stuffed bear. You're filming me, aren't you? Oh no, I've been caught. I don't see any broken windows. How did you get inside the house? That's easy. Tyson, you have the key to your sister's house. Yeah, I'm far away from my parents. I keep the spare in case something happens. Wait. That's right. I just borrowed it. But I didn't tell you the address. It was saved on your address book on your phone. I knew right away. You looked at my phone without permission? It's your fault for not locking up your phone. So you're responsible for the mess at the house? What are you talking about? Paint on the door. You wrote, "Get the hell out of here." Wow, amazing. I can't believe it says exactly what I was thinking. Is this some kind of psychic power? Stop playing around. They wrote creepy and crazy all over the house too. But you write your own name on your nameplate, right? Of course you do. Then why doesn't she write "crazy girl" on her door? It's normal, right? What the hell is wrong with you? You've been acting weird. There's a lot of sand and empty plastic bottles lying around the house. What the hell? Oh, that. I picked it up because it said that if you keep them in the house, it will bring bad luck. Huh? I wanted to make that woman's luck go down and make her suffer. It was so hard carrying it into the house. What are you doing when you're pregnant? I was going to take a picture of her panicking and put it all over social media, but you came in and ruined it. Stop talking nonsense and come over here, Megan. Apologize to her right now. Why me? I'm going to throw up if I have to apologize to her. What did my sister do to you? Just the fact that she lives so close to me makes me uncomfortable. I'm going to have premature labor from the stress. But I did what you asked, not to come over to our house until the baby is born. I told her that. That's not enough. She needs to leave New York. In fact, I want her to disappear from this world too. Don't be stupid. Hey, are you hiding something from me? Don't tell me that woman told you something else. Megan, you had somewhat of a common sense and manners as anyone else, didn't you? Maybe your mentality unstable because of your pregnancy, but it's gone too far. That's how hurt I was by what she said about the child. And when I called my sister about the black blur, she couldn't tell me. She told me to ask you, Megan, for details. She's baiting you. That's not true. What the hell are you talking about? Give me a real reason why you will do such a thing. It has nothing to do with Tyson. She's so annoying running her mouth like that. I seriously won't forgive her. Did something happen to the baby? I'm the father, so it is my business. No, it's not. I'm still asking my sister. She won't tell me because she's not 100% sure. I hate it. I want her to move somewhere far away and cut ties with her too. We just bought a house. I can't do that. And what do you mean, cut ties with her? You're my husband, right? It's only natural that you think of me first, right? Let's talk first. But first, come and apologize. I told you I don't want to. If she doesn't move out within 2 weeks, I'll harass her again and again. Hey, don't do this. Until then, don't come home to me. Why not? Because I will never let you in my house until you get that woman out of this country. I can't. Hey! What the hell are you doing? She hasn't moved at all. Megan, it's been a long time. This is no time for carefree greetings. That's not what you promised. I never promised anything. I gave you 2 weeks. I can't believe it. You're the one who I can't believe. Huh? That baby in your belly isn't mine, is it? That's not true. What did that woman say to you? No, she didn't say anything. I'm the one who's been wondering about it. About what? Something she said about the black blur in your belly. I I told you it has nothing to do with you, Tyson. She's just saying that to trick you. I kept thinking about that, and then I remembered. You know, the black blur? She used to see it when there was a malicious intent. What do you mean? Like a stolen bike, or a weapon that's been used to harm someone, or a child with another man. What are you talking about? Are you saying you don't believe me? Well, it's not like I can see it. I'm just guessing. But I thought it was worth looking into. Wait! I had the detective look into you, Megan. You're kidding. Is there a problem? It's a waste of money. I use my savings from when I was single, so don't worry. But turns out it was completely black. Wait, you found out everything? I even have proof. You kicked me out and brought someone else home every day, didn't you? I can't believe it. You were afraid I'd find out you were cheating on you. You did all those terrible things to keep my sister away from you, didn't you? Because I didn't know your sister had weird powers. If you had told me, I wouldn't have met her. I've told a few people, but no one believed me. So I stopped telling people unless they ask. Then it's not only your sister's fault that her house is a mess. It's also your fault. You're not sorry at all. Why did you have an affair? It was just for fun. We hit it off on social media, and when we met, he was my type. We didn't even know each other's real names. How could you do that without knowing his name? You're quite active during your pregnancy. But the baby I'm carrying is yours. What? There's a black blur on your baby, and you're actually cheating on me. You have some nerve saying that. That's just something she said at random, and it just happened to be right. She's definitely wrong this time. There's no such thing as magical powers. What proof do you have? You remember the other night when we got excited? That baby was from that night. Ah, that one. Normally, you don't do it at all. But that one night, you were so aggressive. Sometimes even girls turn into wolves. You were just trying to make me think that it was my baby, right? No, I didn't. How do you not even know your own baby? Then get a DNA test. What? We can do a prenatal DNA test. And if I'm the father, I'll admit it. That's kind of scary. It's just a blood sample. It's easy on you and the baby. And I'll pay for it. But you can't do it because I'll find out, right? No, I'm not. You don't have to do that. You can trust me. How can I trust someone who's cheating on me? And also, my sister told me later. Did she say something else? She said she felt off about your arm that was hurt in the accident in the parrot. You didn't really believe her, did you? I checked the car's DVR at the time of the accident. And? Nothing happened, right? You seem pretty relaxed. I mean, it's not like there's anything weird on it. I mean, it only recorded 2 hours of data to begin with. You can't see that far back in time. You idiot. It's set to the record events. What's that? It only records when there's an impact to the car. You're kidding me. You haven't been in an accident since. There was a perfect shot of you and your cheating boyfriend in the car. That's why you were so guilty and told me not to tell anyone. Oh no. When I gave him a ride, I tried not to get caught. So I drove by myself for 2 hours, but it was all for nothing. When you crashed, the cheating boyfriend ran away in a hurry. Didn't even know it was all being recorded. Huh. Everything is ruined because of that woman. That's why I hate her. Huh? You got what you deserved. Oh my God, I hate her. I should have harassed her even more if it was going to turn out like this. I should have ran her over with your car. That's enough. If you do that, I won't forgive you. You're not going to forgive me anyway, are you? Then it's not the same. Don't be stupid. You were behind Sakura too, weren't you? That's right. I brought him home all the time, so Sakura learned his name. So I fed poison to the parrot. That's disgusting. You even thought Sakura was cute. Me pretending to like the parrot was cute, and it was also Instagram worthy. I didn't think you were this kind of person. Of course I'm divorcing you. It was just for fun. Are you really not going to forgive me? I can't do it anymore. Hey, you know the Gospel of John? No. There's a scene in the Bible where a woman who cheats on her husband gets stoned by everyone. What are you saying all of a sudden? But then Jesus says, anyone who has not committed a crime, throw a stone first. And no one threw a stone. So what? There is no one who has never committed a crime. Throwing trash when no one is looking. Looking at your phone while driving. Even Tyson, you're the same. Well, I can't say for sure that it never happened. That's why it's important to forgive. Don't hate the guilty. Stop blaming. But in that story, I think the only one who can throw stone is the one who was betrayed. What? Well, when a celebrity cheats on his wife, I think that someone who has nothing to do with it shouldn't be crap about it. But I think it's okay for the victim to talk crap. That's terrible. You hate me. Well, of course I hate you, but I'm not going to throw stones at you. I'll hold you legally responsible. What do you mean? You'll pay me alimony and compensation for the mess you made to my sister's house. I'm pregnant. So what? Pregnant women have legal barriers? I mean, there's no way I can pay. I know you don't have the ability to pay, so I'm billing your parents. Don't tell my parents. That's impossible. We're getting a divorce. I have to explain. What am I gonna do? They're gonna be so mad at me. You're lucky to have someone who is angry at you. By the way, I'm reporting you for trespassing and destruction of property. I'm sure the fines will be hefty. I can't take this anymore. At least you're paying child support for this kid, right? And we'll just call it even. If the DNA test proves it's mine, I'll pay. I mean, your cheating boyfriend said nothing about that child. He doesn't want anything to do with it, so he wants me to raise it with you. What a piece of shit. My life is over. No. I can't believe this. Calm down. It's not my fault. It's all this world's fault. I curse you. I curse you. You're the one who's crazy, Megan. I'm scared, so I won't contact you anymore. Wait a minute. I just thought you'd be worried if I pretended to be crazy. I told you I'm not. DNA test results did not prove that I was the father. Megan was screaming, "This is not reliable," but I filed to deny legitimacy. Megan will have to pay addition to the fees for the affair and the damage to property of a total of $30,000, in addition to the alimony. It seems that she was relying on our joint assets, but it was spent on date with her cheating partner. She received almost nothing for her share of the assets. So, as promised, I talked with her parents. They got down on their knees and made the payment that day. In addition, I also asked the cheating partner to pay alimony based on the information that the detective had provided me. Megan was furious at me for that. After being abused a lot, he dumped her. After that, Megan went back to her parents' house. But her parents told her every day that they'll take care of the baby after it's born, but go find a job and pay off her debt. She said she was scared of what will happen after the baby was born. I am enjoying living alone. My sister comes to visit me once in a while, so I don't feel lonely. My sister's mysterious power helped me this time too. I am very grateful for it. But I still wonder how it works. I don't understand it because I don't have any power. Do you know anyone around you who has a sixth sense or some other mysterious power? If so, please let me know in the comments section. Anyway, thank you, sister.
Rachel, it's been a while. I transferred to a private elementary school recently. I didn't expect to find your daughter in my class. Did you get a new number? Is it because I stole your boyfriend? You disappeared from our hometown as soon as you graduated from college. It's good that I set up a group text for the class parents. Now I have your new number. Oh no, I think I'm starting to enjoy this. Good evening, Miss Smith. Huh? I have no intention of becoming a friend of yours again. You're my daughter's homeroom teacher. Please remember that. Oh, really? You're still a boring woman. Oh well, I look forward to working with you this school year. By the way, are you a single mom? That makes sense. Good evening, Miss Smith. Yes, I am a single mom. Are you divorced? I don't need to answer that. Are you going to hide it from me? Is that a question you're asking other parents? I'm sure there are other families in a similar environment to ours, but I don't ask that to other people. If that's the case, I don't have to answer the question. Why don't you at least tell me that? We are friends. You are my daughter's homeroom teacher. I have no intention of becoming friends with you. If you'll excuse me. Hi, Rachel. Can I talk to you for a minute? It's about your homeroom teacher. Hello, Mindy. Your daughter and my daughter are in the same class this year. Yes, they are. I'm excited for them. Me too. So, what about the homeroom teacher? I heard Miss Smith was a friend of yours from college. Oh yeah, that's right. We weren't close though. I think of her as my daughter's homeroom teacher. That's what I told her too. I see. It's easier to talk to you then. What's going on? Well, my daughter came home crying today. What? What happened? She couldn't solve a math problem she hadn't learned in class. Then Miss Smith told her in front of her class that students with a single parent are dumb. What? It looks like your daughter defended her. Oh, I really appreciate that, and I'm grateful for it. You are a single mom also. I wanted to let you know what happened. Thank you for letting me know. I'll ask my daughter later. It'll be helpful if you could talk to Miss Smith. I think so. Again, thank you for letting me know. I'm glad our daughters are good friends. If there's anything that concerns me, I'll keep you posted. Thank you very much. Miss Smith? Hi, Rachel! It's unusual for you to text me. My daughter came home from school crying. She told me you ripped her textbook. What is this all about? Oh, that! That's also your fault. Me? You must pay tuition even if you're a poor single mother. I do. I heard you called the office and cried because you couldn't afford it. What? Did you think I didn't know? I was just at the office. You should have paid your tuition. I tore up your daughter's textbooks as punishment. I'm just doing my job as a teacher. I'll deal with you in a businesslike manner. Maybe that was when the bank system had a failure? What? I called the office and told them I would bring the tuition in cash. Huh? You can check with the office. There should be a record of my payment. Oh, you paid? Yes, I did. Just as I told you. Miss Smith, you made another girl cry yesterday, didn't you? Huh? What do you mean? You were recklessly asking a girl to solve a math problem. She couldn't do it, and you brought up her family mother in front of everyone. You're very critical of single mothers and their children. Are there any specific reasons? What? Haven't you noticed yet? What do you mean? I'm getting back to you. Huh? Poor kids from a single-parent family should not attend private schools. I was a little mean to that other girl, but I won't forgive you and your daughter. What do you mean? Your daughter is Nate's daughter, right? Huh? I know you've been divorced for a long time, but it doesn't change the fact that you stole Nate back from me. I loved him so much, but in the end, I was rejected. And a year later, he got back with you and got married. How is this possible? That's why I hate you and your daughter. Do you get it? Miss Smith? Well, I'm speaking as a former friend now. My daughter is not Nate's child. Huh? I heard that Nate got back together with his ex-girlfriend and married. She was his girlfriend from high school. Huh? An ex-girlfriend from high school? Then who's your ex-husband? My ex-husband passed away 2 years ago. Oh. Well, I've said what I wanted to say. Miss Smith, you still have no idea about our school. Huh? Don't you know who I am? Huh? You're my friend from college, and now you are the parent of a child in my class. There's one more thing. What? I'm one of the board members of our school. Huh? What? You should know that as a teacher here. I saw you at school several times. You were unaware that I am a school board member after all. Seriously? Seriously. Your behavior towards some of the children has gone too much to tolerate. The board will meet soon to discuss this. Oh no! The other board members who recommended you said your acquaintance completely deceived him. Please keep quiet until your disciplinary measure is decided. Rachel, give me the money! Huh? Miss Smith, it's been about 6 months. Money! Am I giving you some money? Yes! I heard you were rich! Is that why you want me to give you money? That's right! I was fired from school because of you! I'll never be able to teach again! Why is it because of me? I thought you were married to Nate and had his child, but you weren't. You're a single mother, but you're not poor. I didn't expect you to be on the school board. If you're going to apologize to me, give me $50,000. No, $100,000. $100,000? Since you do not intend to apologize, I have no reason to even speak with you. What? If you wanted to know about Nate, you could easily find out by asking his friends. The assumption that single mother is poor is your view. I've been a school board member since before you came to my school. It is your responsibility to have basic information about your workplace. And to treat the children unreasonably because of a prejudice and personal grudge, you're an unqualified teacher. Terrible! Teachers are supposed to be teaching, not tearing up students' textbooks. I can't find a job! I have no money! And you want me to give you money? You even gave up your little bit of pride? What? If you think I'm going to help you, you need a clarification. Hey! Bye-bye. I was so persistent that I inadvertently agitated her at the end. But my choice of words wasn't wrong. I never heard from Miss Smith again. I heard through a friend that she was evicted from her apartment because she did not pay her rent. She had no choice but to go back to her parents' place. Apparently, she had borrowed a lot of money to pay for her living expenses. Her parents found out everything and lost their patience. The next day, they finally kicked her out. I heard Miss Smith was last seen taking a train in Midtown area. I don't know where she's now.
Hannah, I'm sorry. My mom will be late to see your parents today. What's wrong? There was an emergency and she needed to go to work. Oh no. If your mother's going to be there, it must be a big deal. She's planning to come even if she's late. So I'm sorry, but could you tell your parents? And also tell them we are sorry. Okay, that's fine. Besides, you were going to come by yourself. But my dad really wanted to meet your mom. We should be thankful to your mom. Thank you. I'll be at the restaurant at 11:30 as planned. Okay, see you soon. Hey there, a poor guy who grew up in a single-parent home. You're the one who got cocky and said you wanted to marry my daughter. Are you Hannah's dad? Yes, that's right. It's Jack. I got your number from my wife. Hannah's mom texted me to apologize for what you did to me. What? Why is it such a big deal? Can I help you with something? You slapped me with a bundle of bills as soon as I saw you at the restaurant. I never dreamt that you would do that. By the way, that was $10,000 bills. You took the trouble to prepare such a large sum of money in advance? I don't recall anything I did wrong. What in the world did he have against me? I just sent it to you. I won't give my precious daughter to a poor man who grew up in a single-parent home. There is no doubt that I grew up in a single-parent home. But we have never been in a financial situation. That's just something you don't realize. Single moms are always poor. It's just that your sense of poverty is numb. Your values are too different from those of Hannah. I can't allow you to marry her. Above all, I don't want you and your mother to rely on our money. I have to get rid of you as soon as possible. But that doesn't mean you could slap me on my face. You stole my daughter. That's why I greeted you the way I did. You think a poor man can marry my daughter? Don't make me say the same thing over and over again. You know what? Your mother didn't show up in time. That's not acceptable. As you probably heard from Hannah, she had an urgent matter at work. I just received a call that she will be arriving soon. What kind of big mistake did your mother have? She didn't do anything. Whatever it is, I disapprove of you marrying my daughter. Speaking of which, where did you go after that? The restaurant let us use a private room they had available. And there we are. I see. You guys are still in the restaurant. Then come and get it quickly. Get what? $10,000. If you leave my daughter, it's yours. Well, it's called a severance package. That's a lot of money for a poor guy, right? Excuse me for a moment. My mother has just arrived. I want to talk to her. Sorry to keep you waiting. I spoke to my mother. A poor mother and son tore between $10,000 and a little bit of pride. Let me ask you just to be sure. Are you sure you want me to leave? I'm going to visit you with my mother. Oh, wow. You've decided to accept my offer after all, haven't you? Poor people's pride is just like this. Listen, once you receive the money, don't see Hannah again. Get the hell out of our way. Hey, Mike. Wait, please. No way. I didn't know your mother was the president of my work. I had no idea. I thought she was just a stranger with the same last name. Mike, I'll allow you to marry Hannah. Give me a chance to explain myself to your mother, the boss. Mike, I said I'll allow you to marry Hannah. Answer me. Dad. Hannah? Where are you now? At the critical moment of your marriage. I've been with Mike. What? And I'm also with Mike's mom. I see. Hannah, please, tell Mike to answer my texts. Also, tell him to come back soon with his mother. Why are you still talking like that? Huh? Don't you realize that you're in a very bad place? Or you may realize it, but you're trying to escape reality. Excuse me? There is a reason I didn't tell you about Mike's mother in advance. I felt your attitude was dangerous. Dangerous? If I told you about Mike's mom beforehand, I'm sure you would suck up to her, right? Of course, she's my boss. That's why I didn't tell you. Well, but I didn't expect you to slap Mike with a bundle of bills. I can't believe it. No. You see, the bills were from my grandfather's inheritance, right? Those are Mom's money. Huh? I know you know Mom's PIN number, but that doesn't mean that you can withdraw it without talking to Mom. Well, she's my wife. No, you can't do that. I mean, it's not your money, and you told Mike it's a severance package? Don't you feel any shame? Ugh. Where's your pride? Ugh. Are you stupid? Hannah, don't talk to your father like that. I'm just saying what I want to say because I don't want to see you again. What? And then Mike will be asking you for medical expenses and compensation. And I'm sure you'll get a bill for the time you're out of work. Huh? What's that? Mike hurt his wrist and fingers when you slapped him. Huh? He had to go to a clinic. Mike needs his hands to do his mechanic job, so he has to take some time off. Wait. He was texting me. How did he type his texts? Oh, that. I was the one typing. Huh? Well, it's understandable that you didn't notice. I was typing what Mike wanted to say on his behalf. What? I was shocked to see your terrible attitude. No, I'm going to take Mike home and go straight back to my apartment. Hannah! Oh, and make sure you return the money to Mom. Mike, please let me speak with your mother. If I don't, I'll be demoted, and my wife will divorce me. I told you I'd let you marry Hannah. Please. Mike, I'm really begging you. Please. Hannah? Hi, Mike. Are you feeling better? Yes, I can type. And I'm fully recovered. Good for you. By the way, I heard your parents are in divorce proceedings. Have they separated already? Yes, they are. My parents' house is in my mother's name, so my dad moved out. Can I ask for more details? You know the settlement money for you? My dad tried to withdraw from my mom's account again. Oh no. As you can imagine, my mom was furious. After everything that had happened in the past, I guess it just piled up and caused a big eruption. I see. Actually, I'm at my mom's office. I told you about the urgent matter she had to take care of, right? Yes, I remember that. They investigated and found that it was my dad's mistake. So he was demoted from section chief. That's right. I'm an outsider, so I don't really know the details, but that's what I heard. He was so overbearing, but I wondered what was going on. I can only sigh. I'm sorry for your mother and you. Don't worry about it, Hannah. My mom says so too. I'm sure she's fine. Thank you. By the way, I got a pamphlet about the wedding place we discussed the other day. Oh, really? I want to see it. I'll bring it with me on our date tomorrow. Well, it's getting late. All right. I'll go to bed soon. Well, good night. See you tomorrow. Okay, good night. See you tomorrow. A few months later, Hannah's parents' divorce was finalized. Also, the settlement money that Hannah's father owes me was paid in a lump sum from his savings. However, I have no intention of inviting him to our wedding. When my lawyer told him about this, he had a look of despair and then cried a lot. However, he didn't seem to clearly understand what was wrong with him. He did something against the company's compliance regulations and was finally fired. He didn't get any severance pay, he is unemployed, and his savings were dried up. He is now working at a part-time job that he managed to find, being scolded by a high school kid.
Hey, Karen, do you live in Greenville? Oh, Lena? It's been a while. What's with the question out of the blue? I mean, I saw someone who looked exactly like you near Greenville Station today. She looked nobody else but you. I did go out today and was at Greenville Station, but... I knew it! So it was you I saw. How long have you lived in Greenville? I've lived here since I got married. I like it because it's easy to get around and it's a nice place to live. Since you got married? So that guy you were walking with today was your husband? Yeah, that's right. I was out with my husband all day today. If you saw me, then it was my husband who was with me.
Oh, seriously? I only saw him for a distance, but he was so cool. He was tall and very handsome.
Oh, really? He's definitely tall, but I think his face is average. Besides, he's unreliable in many ways.
Is that so? But hey, does it matter if he's good looking? Besides, you're a serious person, Karen. I'm sure your husband is serious too, right?
Well, I think he's serious at heart, but not everything is all happy with him, you know. There's a side of him I'd never seen before marrying him.
Well, well, well. That's what marriage is all about, isn't it? Even you aren't perfect. Do you feel sorry for talking about your husband like that?
Yeah, you're right. So, why were you at Greenville Station? Didn't you say you got a job in your hometown, as I recall?
Well, yeah, I did, but I got fired from my job for a reason.
What? Fired? In getting fired from a company, that must have been pretty serious.
Well, don't get hung up on the details. And I was living in my parents' house, but my parents kicked me out. So I did some research on the internet. I found this place on the internet as a cheap and comfortable place to live.
Well, it's true that this area is not that expensive for a convenient place to live. Apartments and condominiums are also quite reasonably priced.
I wonder if that's true. I'm glad I moved here, but I didn't think too much about it when I moved here. So I'm in trouble because it's more expensive than I thought it would be.
Well, it would be tough if you were suddenly fired from your job. If you need any help, you can contact me. If there's anything I can do, I'll help you.
Oh, really? Then, can I ask you a favor now?
What? If it's something I can do.
You can do it, with ease. I want to go to your house sometime soon.
What? My house? I don't mind, but why?
Well, I'm pretty tight on money, so I thought I'd be treated for dinner at your place.
Ah, I see what you mean. I can't cook much, but I'm totally fine. I basically work from home, so you can come on weekdays.
No, I'll go on weekends.
Oh, really? Do you already have a weekday job?
No, my job is still just a part-time job. Your husband went out with you today, so that means he's off from work on weekends, right?
Yeah, well...
So I'll be there on Saturday or Sunday. I want to meet your husband.
You want to meet my husband? I don't think there's anything interesting about meeting him.
No way, because your husband is so handsome. Just meeting him and talking with him would be like a feast for the eyes. That's why I want to meet him and talk with him.
No, that's a little... I'm sure my husband would be puzzled to meet you out of the blue. Can't we do that some other time?
No, why? It's fine. Hey, Karen, we're friends, right? You told me earlier to tell you if there's anything you can do.
That's true, but...
Right? Then it's decided. I'll come visit you next Saturday.
What? Next Saturday?
I can't wait for a delicious meal. Well then, I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
1 week later. Lena, may I have a word?
Oh, Karen, I'm so sorry to have bothered you today. Oh, the food was so good. Karen, you're so good at making pasta.
Thank you. Anyway, isn't there something you want to say to me?
What? Something to say to you? I don't have anything to say.
Then I'll tell you. What was that attitude of yours today?
My attitude? What's up with that? I was just enjoying your house.
Don't play dumb with me. As soon as my husband greeted you, you suddenly started flirting with him. You were talking to him the whole time, totally ignoring my presence, weren't you?
Oh, that. Minor details.
Sorry, I didn't think you cared, but I didn't mean to be flirting with him, you know?
What are you talking about? You were sitting right next to my husband on the sofa, and you were touching his body too. Did you think I didn't notice?
Oh, you were looking at me so closely, weren't you? Well, you were always in the kitchen doing stuff. I was hoping you wouldn't find out, but I guess you were watching all the time.
You seemed to be enjoying with such a happy laughter that I couldn't help but watch. So what are you trying to do? I don't think you'd normally treat someone's husband like that.
What? What, are you jealous?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying it's not normal.
Scary. You don't have to be so angry. Kevin is your husband. You should be more confident.
What's that? Lena, are you making fun of me?
I'm not making fun of you. We've been friends since high school, right? I would never hurt my precious friend.
Then you're wrong about me. I don't feel good when you do that kind of things to me. I was hurt enough during the time you were at my place today, so don't do this anymore.
I can't believe you get hurt over something as small as that. You must have a hard time living your life, huh?
What's that? Don't you usually apologize first when someone feels bad about something you did?
Why do I have to apologize? I just want to be friends with my friend's husband. I don't have anything to feel guilty about.
Don't be silly. It's quite obvious that you have nothing but bad intentions.
Don't be so rude to me. If you're so anxious, let me visit your place again. Then I'll promise I won't do anything like that again.
Absolutely not. Please, don't come visit me again. 2 months later.
Attention, please.
Lena? What is it suddenly?
Today, I have an important announcement to make to you.
An important announcement? If you have something to tell me, can you hurry up?
Actually, I won Kevin's heart.
What? What do you mean, won? I don't understand what you mean.
I literally won his heart. Kevin has fallen in love with me. Now he is mine. He doesn't have feelings for you anymore.
What's that? Does that mean you had an affair with Kevin?
Why are you talking in the past tense? It's still ongoing. Actually, Kevin is at my place right now. He's been home late lately, hasn't he? That's because he's always at my place.
I can't believe it. How can you do such a thing without hesitation?
Because I did it in high school too. It's not that big of a deal.
High school? What are you talking about?
James, who you dated in high school. You were depressed because he suddenly dumped you, right? Actually, it was me who stole your high school boyfriend. And now I've easily stolen your husband too.
I'm going to take you down if you don't take me seriously.
What? Take me down? Hey, Karen, what are you saying all of a sudden? You don't have the guts.
I've been aware of it for a while. You always look down on me. You've always made fun of me.
Of course! You noticed now? I've been looking down on you for a very long time.
Why are you so...
A boy I liked in high school liked you.
Oh, that's all?
Huh? What do you mean that's all? It was a big deal to me. That's why I stole your boyfriend. I even stole your husband this time. I was so happy to find out that you were around where I moved to. Thanks to you, I got my revenge.
Oh, I see. I was a little worried that I might have done something to you that made you hold grudge against me for a long time. But now, I feel so much better. I'm convinced that it was Lena who was at fault. Thank you.
Huh? What are you thanking me for? Do you realize that I have your husband now?
I do. You want me to divorce him, right?
Exactly. Kevin wants to get a divorce too. He was lamenting that You might not agree to it, but you seem fine.
Of course. I can't be married to someone who cheats on his wife. I'll leave Kevin to you.
Surprisingly, that went too well. Oh, by the way, that house you're living in right now, I'm going to ask you to move out of there too. You're prepared to do that, right?
A sure thing. I'll be out by the end of the week.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Well, it would be miserable for you to ask your husband not to leave you. There's no way you would do such a thing in front of me, right?
So, are we done talking?
Yep. It's confirmed that Kevin will be mine. I'm done with you now. Now get divorced as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll do that. Well then, I wish you all the best. 1 week later.
Long time no see, Karen. I didn't expect you to really leave in a week. You surprised me and Kevin.
Well, a promise is a promise. So, what do you want?
I just thought I should give you a heads up.
Of what?
Thank you for getting a divorce so quickly. Kevin and I just registered our marriage. Your ex-husband and I are now a married couple.
Enjoy your life in hell.
Huh?
Well then, I hope you can make a living at best. Good luck.
Wait a minute. What was that?
What?
You just said hell. What do you mean life in hell?
I know it's the beginning of your hellish life, so I wished you luck. Was that hard to understand?
What are you talking about? I was able to steal Kevin away from you, whom I hate so much. And on top of that, I even got married to him, you know. How can I live a life in hell?
You just signed the papers, didn't you? It was fine that you took my husband away from me and got married to him yourself. But did you think about what happens after that?
Well, what do you mean by that? I took your husband and this house from you. I'm still ahead of you no matter how you look at it.
Even with 25 years left on the mortgage?
What? Mortgage? 25 years?
That's right. We bought this house 5 years ago with a 30-year loan. And it's in Kevin's name. So he has to keep paying for another 25 years.
No way! This house has that much loan left?
I guess you didn't expect that. You're just a part-timer, so you can't pay it, can you?
I have nothing to do with it. Besides, Kevin will pay off his loan. He works at a good company. He can easily pay off the loan.
Well, it would have been easy up until now.
What? What's with that meaningful tone? What do you mean, up until now?
Huh? You don't know about this yet? Kevin got caught cheating with his colleague and got fired, you know.
What? Cheating? My Kevin?
That's right. And it seems the other party was also married, and her husband is demanding compensation. It sounds like it's turning out to be a complete disaster. You're his wife, and you didn't know about it?
Shut up! Why would I know about such a thing? Kevin having an in-house affair? I thought I was the only one.
I guess not. By the way, as you can probably tell already, I'm going to charge you compensation too.
Huh?
What's wrong? You messed with my husband and drove us to a divorce. I'll charge you around $10,000.
Wait a minute. I told you I was working part-time, didn't I?
Yes, you did. What about it?
There's no way I can pay you $10,000. Don't be silly.
I'm not kidding. Did you really think there would be no repercussions? Are you crazy? The world is not that easy.
Oh no, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just took your husband away from you. That was supposed to be the end.
How can it end with you being the only one who's happy? I'm an eye for an eye type of person. Too bad for you.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize. I'll even give Kevin back. So please, forgive me. I don't need that trash anymore. It's non-returnable. Oh no! What am I going to do? Well, I'm sure you'll get the bill in a while. You can look forward to it. After that, I then immediately hired a lawyer and asked Lena and my ex-husband for compensation in a lump sum. Since neither of them had enough money to pay in a lump sum, they had to borrow money to pay me back. On top of that, my ex-husband had to pay compensation for the other affair he had. As a result, they are so deep in debt. In the end, they could not pay the mortgage and had to sell the house. They are now living in a one-bedroom apartment together, struggling to make ends meet.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.